Senator Heck. Senator Blair. Here. Senator Kohout. Is that how you pronounce it?
Kohout, yeah.
Kohout, perfect. Senator Pachalanga. Here. Senator Goldsmith.
Present.
Senator Senator Miller.
Here.
Senator Khan. Here. Senator Gardner. Senator Zhang.
Here.
Senator Chen. Here. Senator Temesgen. Here. Senator Cooper. Senator Matapat.
Here.
Senator Alonso. Here. Senator Wheeler.
Here.
Senator Johnson.
Here.
Senator Velasquez.
Here.
Senator Vegetaro.
Here.
And Senator Margillo.
Here.
Okay, perfect. So now we're going to move on to my opening remarks. Thank you all for coming to our very first Senate meeting. I know there's not a whole ton of us here, but hopefully the chairs will fill up soon once everybody starts to file in for the fall election. So I have some news, some more information, and then we're going to do a really quick little Robert's Rules of Order fact-finding mission together. So first for news, I received a resignation from Senator Millington for his Senator-at-Large seat. So that seat is vacant and will be filled most probably in a special election later in the semester. I am making applications on my involvement for clerk and secretary as well as parliamentarian. So if anyone knows someone who they think might be interested in those positions, please let me know. Okay, so this summer, like I mentioned in my speech at the end of last year, I said I was going to be looking into LegisWeb as a method of tracking our legislation and keeping everything well organized. I spent a lot of time in it, and it was actually a little difficult to get running and get started, and I think that based on my experience with it, it would be a little too difficult for senators to have to invest such a high learning curve into figuring out how to use it when everyone's only a senator for a year. So I'm not going to continue to pursue that option, and I've created an alternative for now as we explore some other options. My goal was always to sort of implement a digital legislation system in the long term, so I'm really not that worried that we don't have it yet. But that's something that I think we'll be working on as we go on. So instead, what I've done is created a shareable OneDrive link, which I will send out to everybody after the meeting. It will have publicly available all of our agendas, the memos, the templates to create memos and to create bills, so everybody can see them and copy them and create their own bills as they like. This link will go, hopefully, I hope, on our website so that the public can view all of our documents as well. It will be read-only, and anything that you'd like to edit, you can just make a copy of, which I will send out later. Okay, so now on to our slight little Robert's Rules of Order training item for the day. So as I was trying to organize our training for this year, I realized that I thought back to my own training and the way that I learned Robert's Rules of Order, and when you learn it all up front, it's really hard to contextualize and hard to figure out how to use and gets a little overwhelming. So what I decided to do was sort of learn about bits of it in pieces when it's applicable to our meeting. So right now, today's meeting, we're only doing reports. So we're just gonna learn about reports and the things you need to know as we go through reports today. So for people who are giving reports given by officers, if they're long, if any of the officers here who give reports have a long report, you can submit them to me in writing so that they can go in the minutes easily. If the report is short, then just say them out loud and we'll put them in the minutes after, no worries. Yes, so the part that matters to all of you guys. If you guys have any questions after the report, what you're going to do is you can interrupt and say, point of information. And then when you say point of information, I will call on you and you can ask your question. You can do that at any time for anybody who's speaking at all. Some other things that you might find interesting to note for this meeting, on the bottom half on the bottom half of your little cheat sheet, which I recommend that you bring. I'm going to bring it because I don't have all this memorized, and I don't expect any of you to anyway. But some other things that I think would be useful for this meeting, you can know. Point of order, if you think that there's something going on in this meeting that is against our bylaws, our rules, Robert's Rules of Order, then you can say point of order, and I can call on you, and we can work that out. But those are basically the only things you need to know for this particular meeting, because there's nothing on the agenda but reports. So with that, we don't have any minutes to approve, and I will open up public comment. Are there any public comments this evening?
Oh, I love that.
Okay, seeing none, we will move to campus climate discussion. Are there any senators who have a campus climate point that they would like to make?
Oh, I love that too.
Okay. Seeing none, we're going to skip down to university reports.
Hello everyone. I think most of you know me at this point, but I'll reintroduce myself just one more time. My name is Nathan Blank. I'm the graduate assistant from Student Activities. I'll be here at all your meetings, serving as a point of contact with student activities and anything you need on that side of things. Some important contacts that I need from that side. Pamela Alexander, the Director of Student Activities, works closely with the Student Association, as well as Sadi Khatib, Associate Director of Student Activities, who will also be working closely with the Student Association. From all of us at Student Activities, we look forward to a productive year working with all of you. Wish you a successful year and hope you all had a great start to your semester so far.
Perfect. We will move to our Elections Commission's report. Take them.
Hi everyone. Hello, there we go. Hi everyone. So my name is Anjali Madasra. I am serving as acting chair at the moment of the Elections Commission. Most of you know me, but I'll just introduce myself. This is my third term serving on the commission. Last year I was a commissioner. The year before I served as vice chair. And many of you obviously know former chairwoman UAlbany. I have very big shoes to fill. She did a lot of incredible work. So I'm excited for this semester and excited to see what the year is going to bring. I've been working with the other three at the moment EC members, and we've been getting along really well, getting the election running and started up. So the self-nomination period ended today at 12, and we've actually beat the record for self-nominations in the last 2 years, so we have a very busy election, which is great, and I love it. I'm excited to see what's in store. Other updates, the mandatory candidates meeting, as most of you know, is next Wednesday at 5 p.m. It's going to be virtual on Zoom because it's the most accessible and it's been easy for us to do the last couple of years. And then, as you know, campaigning begins at midnight that night, September 7th, so that morning night, kind of, 12 a.m. As always, it's really helpful when you all can share the marketing that we put on our Instagram page. It's at ualbany.saelect. So if you see a post go up, if you're able to repost it on your own story, that'd be awesome. We appreciate that. And then the last thing I have is just at the moment we are only a 4-person commission, and we decided, the reason why I'm serving as acting chair at the moment is we decided that the fair thing to do while we're waiting for our 5th commissioner would be to elect an acting chair who will lead the commission in its primary duties and not necessarily receive a stipend just yet. And as well, we have our acting vice chair, who is Julia Ross McGuire, for some of you who know who she is. And once we have our 5th member, we would conduct our sort of official election. So of course, anything that can be done to get our 5th commissioner relatively soon would be really appreciated. That's all.
All right, we do not have any committees, so we can move on to the presidential report.
Wow, I get my own report. Thank you.
Hi everybody. Good evening. Can't wait to spend my Wednesday nights here again. Hope you all had a restful summer and are ready to get back to work. So here are some things that Vice President Crawford and I have been up to. So first, Block Party. Block Party, September 4th. Come to Block Party. It's Comic-Con themed. There will be giveaways. I won't tell you what they are yet because they're not confirmed, but there will be giveaways. Moving on to directors, we've closed all applications for all director positions and are finalizing our interviews within the next few days. So hopefully next week you'll see all 8 of our directors on the agenda. We also have 2 that are currently confirmed, but we haven't sent those guys to you yet. We just want to do all of them at the same time. Okay. Applications for Board of Finance and the Supreme Court are still open on my involvement and under the Student Association page under forms. If you're interested in serving on the University Auxiliary Services Board, there is currently no application, but please express interest via email for the time being. We've been in the office constantly. My room and email are a revolving door of students with questions, comments, and concerns, but please keep them coming because so far almost every student that has come to us has gotten a solution to their problem and an answer to their question, and that's why we're here. This week, on Monday, I believe, we met with Provost Carol Kim and Dean of the University, Joanne Malatesta, and we made significant progress on the university with several academic concerns that Vice President Crawford will elaborate on. We also had meetings lined up with several university administrators and vice presidents, and our meeting with University President Javier Rodriguez is this Friday, and I'll consider that a winner's campaign. And yeah, I hope you all have an amazing semester, and I'm looking forward to working with most of you.
The Vice Presidential report.
Wait, were there any questions?
If somebody has a question, they would say point of information
Cool.
and interrupt you to ask their question.
That's rude.
Okay, guys. Hi. Mine's definitely less scripted. Now I feel less prepared. But so we met with Provost Kim, as Jayla mentioned, last Friday. Well, a couple
Probably
days
Friday
ago.
or Monday, yeah.
Anyway, we talked about 3 things. We brought 3 issues to her. First one was that the SU grading option. What we said that it was too. I think they had it too early in the year, so that students weren't able to accurately decide what their grades were, and then when they SU'd, they weren't able to un-SU because the deadline to also change it back is really early on in the semester. But we did get news that they did change that. I think this semester they said they pushed it back even later till almost pretty close to the end of the semester. So if you want to SU a class, you have accurate amount of time to decide if that will actually benefit you or if it will hurt you. Next, we brought to them a problem about advising, just that we think the advisors are not doing that great of a job all around across all of academic advising, whether it's your academic advising or like your faculty advisor or like the actual advisor you get freshman year. They want incident reports on that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be hiring our directors within the next week, hiring an academic and professional affairs director, and their job is going to be basically to set up a place where students can bring these specific incidents and concerns with their advisors so that the academic professional affairs director can record those incidents, names, and the whole scenario, and then bring that to the provost and the advising department so that they can fix those issues. And we're also hoping to show the administration that the problem's a little bit larger than they think it is. Because they were kind of just like scoffing us off, saying it was like a few people saying that. And then lastly, we brought up that we wanted free printing or some kind of subsidized printing. And Provost really liked that idea. She was not aware how much printing cost. She was not aware that professors were requiring kids to print things. And they also thought that like we got money towards printing, like that we were able to get pages free or something like that, which isn't true. So she was actually very surprised by that and is looking to either work with professors to stop requiring stuff to be printed so you can just like save some more trees and not print things and also not spend the money. But I think if that can't happen, we'll be talking about ways to subsidize printing or making it free. So yeah, okay, the last thing I want to talk about is more for event-wise. As you guys know, Jayla mentioned we're planning block party. We're actually also currently planning another event at the moment. So disclaimer before I tell you, before I leak what it is. We had, as you guys know, if you were sending those last year, maybe you don't because you're new, but we had to cut budgets a lot, not only with student group-wise, but internally, which means that our concert budget took a large hit. Not completely half, but almost half. What that means is that we no longer have enough money to do 2 large-scale concerts like you've seen in the past 2 years. So to remedy that, because we do want to do a big concert in the spring for you guys, so be prepared for that. There will be a Park Fest, and it will be as large as we're going to try and make it, trying to make it pretty big. But for the fall, since we're going to replace Fall Fest, what's it called?
No, not Park Fest.
No, what's it called in the whatever?
Fall
Okay.
Fest, whatever.
The usual
Fallapalooza.
Fallapalooza. Yeah, the usual big fall concert. We're gonna do actually. I don't know if you guys know, we own Dippy Kill. We're gonna do a concert series at Dippy Kill. It's gonna be like a festival. It's gonna be called Dippy Fest. It's gonna be all local bands, like New York State area. We're gonna give out free merch, free food with the ticket. and we're gonna bus everyone, about 500 kids out there. So I'm just telling you guys this now. I haven't dropped this event yet. That will be dropping soon because I think we want to advertise it at Block Party. But we're telling you this now because if students come to you mad that Fallapalooza is gone, you will have the answers for them and be like, oh, this is why Fallapalooza is gone. It's gone because SA does not have the money. We had to do budget cuts.
Point of information on DiviFest.
Yes.
I've had complaints in the past about the SA only having one genre of music being played at the past few ones. Will DiviFest have a variety of genres or change, or can the students vote for their preferred genre?
So we're not going to do a vote just because it's kind of hard to configure all of the bands and timing, and we don't really know the availability. We actually outsource a person to find the bands for us. But there will be, I think, 8 bands, and yes, there is a variety genre. We told them to get it all. So there should be something for everyone to like there if they go. And again, Dippy Kill's beautiful. If you haven't been up there, it's a chance to get up there. It'll be a good time. Oh, I'll also shout out, this wasn't not mine and Jalen's idea. This was the former Dippy Kill director last year's idea. Tried executing himself, but things just didn't really work out for that time of year, so we're bringing that up. It was Director Warren. So, yeah.
Yes, what is your point of information?
My point of information is, are you planning on, for like a DJ or whatever, because you brought it up, using like a student who DJs or a student who has like some experience and artistic ability?
For Dippy Fest or for Block Party?
I know who's playing Block Party, but for Dippy Fest.
I don't think we're gonna do a DJ performance. I think we're aiming more towards bands, so I don't know if there will be like a specific person DJing, because like the bands come with their own instruments and everything, or like if they do need a DJ, they'll come with their own, equipment for that, I'm assuming. So I don't think we need one for Block Party, but I mean for Dippy Fest, but yeah, Block Party WCDB. That was our plan. We wanted to get a student DJ in there, so they've been asking for a while, so we're excited to utilize them for Block Party.
Okay, we will move on to the judicial report, especially here today.
Hello everyone, my name is Tolo Njoran. I'm the Chief Justice for this year. I've been on the court, this will be my 3rd term, and I'm also a junior at the university. So right now we don't have much. We have full quorum with the court right now. We have 5 justices, and we're just waiting to fill the last 2. And then we also just filled our secretary and stenographer positions. So that's all.
The Comptroller's Office report.
Since the end of last year, the previous budget closeout went very well, and all new budgets are entered, so when student groups take and pass the FLE, they'll be ready to submit PRs. With the FLE, at the Soul Summit, everyone gained access. Originally, I sent out links to all treasurers. Some people had issues with the links, so to make it easier, I have put the exam on my involvement page, so anyone can go to the essay Comptroller my involvement page. The FLE is at the bottom of the page. If people have previously taken it from the links, that still works. It goes to the same exam, but there's just 2 avenues now. Just make it easier for everyone. And then if anyone has any questions about budgets, FLE, anything like that, you can stop at my office hours or send me an email. I'll be in the office at least Monday, Wednesday, 1 to 4, and Tuesday, Thursday, 11 to 1. But like everyone else, I'm normally there more than that. But those are the times I'm guaranteeing.
All right, is there a Board of Finance report? Doing one? Okay, then on to my closing remarks. This was a very quick meeting. I'm very happy that everybody came out today, despite the fact that we were only here for 20 minutes and a little extra bit beforehand to fill out forms. I'm very grateful to be here with you all. I'm very interested in getting to know everybody and getting to know the sorts of things that you're interested in and the programs that you'd like to implement. Do you have a point of information? Yes, what is your point of information?
Vice chair election timeline.
The vice chair election will probably be, if I'm remembering correctly, and do not quote me on this because I don't remember off the top of my head, Anjali, you can correct me, the election ends on September 15th, and so the next Senate meeting after September 15th is
The 20th.
the 20th. So it is my hope to have the vice chair election on September 20th. Okay, but we were just going to do closing roll. I'm very happy to see you all. And please message me, come into the office, text me if you have anything you want to work on or any questions. So we'll do closing roll really quickly, and then we'll all go. Okay, Senator Roy. Senator Hepp. Oh. Is Senator Hepp here? No. Okay. Senator Blair. Sorry, I skipped you. Senator Cohout. Here. Senator Fetchalonga. Here. Senator Goldsmith. Present. Senator Miller. Here. Senator Khan. Here. Senator Gardner. Here. Here. Senator Zhang. Here. Senator Chen. Here. Senator Temesgen. Here. Senator Cooper. Present. Senator Matapat. Here. Senator Alonso. Here. Senator Wheeler. Here. Senator Johnson. Here. Senator Velasquez. Here. Senator Regitero. Here. And Senator Margello. Here. Perfect. Next week we'll have some stuff on the agenda, but feel free to go home. I'll take your name tags if you want to use them next week. But have a nice night, everybody.